Step into reading step 3. Little Lucy goes to school. Lucy was a little beagle. She liked to run. She liked to bark. She liked to howl. Howl! Most of all, she liked her boy, Bobby Quinn, and he liked her just as much. Mornings were busy at the Quinn house. Mrs. Quinn made breakfast. Mr. Quinn made the lunches. Bobby ran around looking for his books. Lucy just ran around. After breakfast, Mr. Quinn went to work. Then it was Bobby's turn to leave. He shook Lucy's paw. I have to go to school, he said. School is where I learn new things. Be good, Lucy. Lucy flopped on the floor. Things were quiet when Bobby was gone. Why couldn't Bobby stay home and play? Mrs. Quinn spotted something. Oh no, she said. Bobby forgot his lunch. Lucy looked up at Mrs. Quinn. Well, Lucy, she said, we will have to bring it to him. Mrs. Quinn grabbed Bobby's lunchbox. She picked up Lucy. Out they went. The ride to the school was short. Mrs. Quinn parked the car. I should have brought your leash, Mrs. Quinn told Lucy. She picked up the lunch. She picked up Lucy. They hurried into the school. Lucy looked around. What was this new place all about? Colored drawings hung on the wall. A group of kids walked through the hall. This looked interesting. Mrs. Quinn went into the school office. A young woman stood by a desk. I'm Jill, she said. Can I help you? Hi, Jill, Mrs. Quinn said. I'm Bobby Quinn's mother. He forgot his lunch. She held up the lunchbox. I'll get it to him, Jill said. And who is this? She patted Lucy's head. This is Lucy, Mrs. Quinn said. Can I hold her? Jill asked. Mrs. Quinn started to hand Lucy over, but before Jill could take her, Lucy wiggled, then Lucy wriggled. In a flash, she was free. And when she was free, she ran out the office door. Lucy, Mrs. Quinn called. Lucy heard her, but she didn't stop. There was too much to see in this new place. Lucy ran down a long hall. She ran past a boy with brown hair and a girl with a ponytail. It is a dog, the boy said. Stop, the girl called. Dogs don't belong in school. Lucy heard her, but she didn't stop. She followed her nose, and her nose smelled food. She scooted into a bright, shiny room. Pots and pans sat on a big stove. The good smells tickled her nose. A woman in an apron held a tray of sandwiches. Lucy ran in circles around the lady's legs. She barked a little bark. Oh, the lady said. What is a dog doing in this kitchen? A few sandwiches fell on the floor. That was good news for Lucy. She leaped on the sandwiches and took some bites. Stop, little one, the lady said. Dogs don't belong in school. She tried to grab a sandwich from Lucy. Then she tried to grab Lucy, but Lucy was too short, too fast. She ran out the lunchroom door. Now where? Lucy followed her nose again. A funny smell came from a room with lots of books. Lucy peeked in. A man with a mop was cleaning the floor. Quietly, Lucy padded in. She sniffed the floor. The floor was wet. Lucy's paws got wet. She slid a little. The man turned around. He saw Lucy. Am I seeing things? He asked. Lucy barked. He was not seeing things. Come with me, doggy, the man said. Dogs don't belong in the library. He made a move toward Lucy. Lucy did not want to come with the man. Out of the library she ran. She glanced behind her. The man with the mop was after her. So was the lady in the apron. Mrs. Queen came around the corner. Lucy, stop! Mrs. Queen called. Lucy heard her, but she didn't stop. This was too much fun. Lucy was fast. No one could catch her. She dashed down a hallway. She saw an open door. She scooted inside. The room was full of children. Lucy looked at them. They looked back at Lucy. Then she heard a voice she knew. Lucy! Bobby called. What are you doing here? Bobby! Lucy was so glad to see her boy. She jumped into his lap. She licked his face. The kids left their seats. They crowded around Bobby. They had never seen a dog in school. Mrs. Lee, Bobby's teacher, clapped her hands. Back to your seats, please, she said. Bobby, what is Lucy doing here? I don't know, Bobby said, but he was sure glad to see her. Lucy was tired from all that running. She curled up in Bobby's arms. Just then, the man with the mop, the lady in the apron, and Mrs. Queen rushed into the room. There she is, Mrs. Queen said. She pointed to Lucy. I brought Bobby's lunch to the office, she told Mrs. Lee, but Lucy got away. It's all right, Mrs. Lee said. It's funny to have a dog in school, at least for a little while. Mrs. Queen took Lucy from Bobby. It's time to go home, she said firmly. Dogs don't belong in school. Lucy yawned. Maybe it was time to leave, but she had learned a lot in school. Sandwiches tasted good. Wet floors were slick. Running through halls was fun. Bobby gave Lucy one last hug. I'll be home soon, Lucy, he said. We will have more fun then. Lucy licked Bobby's face. Fun! She could hardly wait. Bye! If you like this story reading, please subscribe my channel.